So, are you planning on sitting out the midterms? Planning on sticking it to the GOP because of Senate Majority Leader John Thune and other rhinos in the party? You're going to sit it out and try to stick it to them? Well, in this video today, I think you're going to be taking a strong second thought at that. You're going to look at this video and be like, maybe I won't sit out. And listen, I don't think you should either. The fact that we have rhinos in our party should make you fight even harder. Not give up and cower like our Republican rhino, like our rhinos in the Senate do. This should make you stand up even more, because if you don't, this is coming to a state, a city, maybe even the entire country. In this video today, we have the new Democratic Party in Canada. They held a meeting. And this meeting, I mean, literally, this could be a comedy skit. Some of you are going to watch this and tell me, Rich, this ain't real, but I assure you, this is real. These are real people having real conversations. This is not a joke, all right? Make sure you guys smash that like button. If you are not subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe button down below. Also, go and subscribe to my second channel. It is called Extra Rich. That link is down below in the description box. All right? Let's jump into it, shall we?
Thank you, Delegate. There's a point of privilege on microphone 1, then we'll go to microphone 3. Go ahead, Delegate.
Yes. Hello. I was standing here with my gender equity card before you called on the previous speaker. That's my point of privilege that I would like to raise.
I will explain the speaking order, which is fixed, that I cannot amend, which is the pro-con rotation. You can move yourself up a line that you're standing in.
I am pro, and I was...
We went...
You went pro, con...
We went pro-con, pro, and my plan was to go con. The speaker at con mic 3 also has a speaking card.
Yesterday, this card was used in an inappropriate manner. And while I understand in Ontario we note this as equity, even if this was also used inappropriately in terms of gender. I want everyone to be mindful that these cards for individuals like myself who identify as a Black woman have no value outside of this space.
Yeah. That was not a skit, ladies and gentlemen. They were arguing about cards that allow them to speak and crying because one of them was used in an inappropriate manner. Oh, my goodness. You just can't make this stuff up, man. You really can't. You really can't. But there's more. There's more, ladies and gentlemen. If you thought that was it, no. It gets a whole lot worse than that. Okay?
I see that we are 1 minute ahead of schedule, and so I'm going to get out of here. The balloting co-chairs are returning, I believe. Now balloting co-chairs. There is a point. Let's hear the point on microphone 1.
I'm sorry, just real quick, point of personal privilege. I understand there's very little time and for delegates to speak, but early on the mic, it's hard as a racialized and transgender delegate to sometimes use this card and speak up, speak to somebody in front of me in line and ask, hey, this pertains to multiple intersecting parts of my lived experience. I'd like to speak. I was rejected when I talked, and it's frustrating when these are my rights being directly under attack right now in Alberta, and that a cisgender woman had spoken over me. And I understand her rights are important too. This pertains to her too, but I don't know. I hope that in the future the federal NDP will also have a broader interpretation of the equity cards for speakers. That's all. Thank you.
I will invite delegates to assist me in better using the card by forming a straight line behind the microphone with a prominently displayed equity card.
That's going to offend somebody, saying a straight line. Really? Okay.
If I see speakers ahead of you who are not holding a card prominently, it would be wrong of me to guess about their gender identity, and I will come to you. This applies so far, according to your rules, for gender identities other than a dude, but it is open to us to change our rules as we like as we move forward into the bright and golden future. Thank you, friends. Let's hear the balloting co-chairs. I'm directed to a point on microphone 3.
Point of information, I'm not sure if it's appropriate for me to bring a point of privilege around an emergent issue with some job loss in my workplace.
If it is impairing your ability to participate in the meeting, it is a correct point of privilege. If you'd like an announcement to be made from the stage, we can arrange for that, and then the delegates can hear it from here. Not right now.
So, okay, bring it to you.
Bring it to me.
Thank you.
We'll find a way. Good? Okay.
You just, you see this stuff, and listen, even me, myself, I'm like, this can't be real, yo. This can't be, like, they're having a meeting to get some stuff done, but instead of having the meeting to get stuff done, they're crying and complaining about the meeting to get stuff done. I am so thankful that I am not a Democrat. I am so thankful that I am not a part of that party anymore. It has to be miserable, absolutely miserable being a part of that party. But once again, there's more clips, guys.
Burnaby North Seymour, pronouns he, him. Point of information.
What information do you seek, delegate?
Can I ask an election about, or can I ask a question about executive elections to the chair?
As I understand it, what more election results we have are going to be announced at the end of the day.
I have a point of information for the elections committee.
The elections committee has gone to do balloting, and they're not available to answer your questions.
Thank you, Chair.
Sorry. Microphone 4, are you on a point?
Point of order, Robert Alley, he, they. My understanding as an equity-seeking delegate is that these cards are to help the chair hear equity-seeking persons, and that we don't only hear from white male delegates. Now, this is my first convention, so I could be wrong, but the reason for my concern is that yesterday during the housing resolution, after a white man spoke, someone at this mic waved their equity card only to give their speaking spot to a white man. Now, that white man being a leadership delegate notwithstanding, I had lined up for a long time to discuss the housing resolution, like many others, including my fellow delegate, Akua. I just want us as a body to understand the spirit of these cards, because we are a party governed by processes and not by any sort of shock doctrine. Like I said before, it's my first convention, but I can tell tensions are high with the leadership contest, and I just want us to make sure that we remember our values that brought us here. Thank you very much. Merci beaucoup.
I don't know what he said there at the end. Beaucoup, beaucoup. I probably shouldn't be repeating stuff that people say, because who knows what in the world they actually said. But yeah, that is the gist of this entire meeting. I mean, it's just nonstop complaining about one thing or another. Just nonstop.
It's a point of...
Go ahead.
It's got a point of privilege. The microphones seem really low today. It's hard to hear everyone at the mic. Between the background noise and the volume in here with the microphones, it's really hard to hear. And the closed captioning also is slower to make it hard to keep up with what's going on.
Thank you, delegate. I have a hearing impairment, and I'm struggling to hear the delegates, and I know that you are too. Let's have some order. We'll hear from the delegate on microphone 1, please.
I did want to bring attention to the fact that a fellow delegate is holding the gender parity card.
Let's take the microphone to that delegate. We'll hear from them right now.
Thank you, Joe Sala. She, her.
My pronouns are she, her, elle, and en français. It's going to be really hard to follow Rob Ashton. Amazing.
existing speaker. We are a working class party. I think most of us in this room are behind that, and while we can debate on the specific words and who is and isn't included, I think our Constitution needs to recognize that.
Okay, you get it. Enough of that. Enough, right? Enough. Now, towards the end, they actually said the quiet part out loud. Yep. The quiet part out loud. They want full-blown socialism. Check it out.
The Prime Minister is very popular at the moment. He's a smart guy, and most Canadians still want to give him the benefit of the doubt. That's fair. But I think when you connect the dots, his moves do not add up to the vision that Canadians truly want and deserve in this perilous moment. $500 billion in a decade for weapons to make Canada a major arms exporter in a war-torn world. Slashing our cherished public services. Sweeping aside Indigenous rights. Full steam ahead, no regulations on AI. And pipelines. In the last federal election, Canadians voted to say no to Trump and Trumpism. What they're getting instead is our government following the U.S. into a future of wars, fossil fuels, austerity, and job-killing generative AI. Our NDP has a different offer for this country. Our plan is to Trump-proof the economy by investing massively in Canadian economic independence, using the unmatched power of public ownership to ensure the fundamentals of a good life. A network of public providers for food, phones, and internet. A public housing developer and public construction companies to build millions of non-market homes. A 21st century electrical grid, an EV bus revolution, and a heat pump in every home, built with Canadian steel, creating tens of thousands of unionized jobs.
Yeah, a system where the people own, okay. A system or a country where you don't pump any oil, you don't have a military, you don't have any of these things, so you live in the cold. Batteries don't like the cold, but you're going to be putting batteries in every single vehicle because you're not going to be pumping oil. And not only that, you can't stand up for yourself. You've disarmed every single citizen already. And now on top of that, you're not going to be spending any money on your military. Yeah, okay. We'll see how that one goes for you. We'll see how that one goes. My goodness. Make sure y'all show up in the midterms. Because if you don't believe that that could happen here in America, you are sadly mistaken. You are very sadly mistaken. Okay? We are not that far off from going down that path. Yeah, we won in 24. We did. We did a damn good job in 24. But the job ain't finished. The job's not done. Some of you might remember that famous interview with Kobe Bryant when he said, job's not finished. Hold on, let me see. That's exactly how we should be feeling right now. Right? This right here. We should have this mentality because the job's not finished.
You're up 2-0. What's the story? Are you not happy or you're only...
So to give a little backstory, Kobe's playing in the NBA Finals, as you can see, playing for the championship. In the NBA, you got to win 4 games. He's won 2 so far. Only 2 more games to win. He's halfway there. The reporter's like, yo, why aren't you celebrating? Why aren't you happy? Like, you're halfway there. You got 2 more games to win. More than likely, you're going to get those 2 games. Check out his mentality.
You're up 2-0. What's the story? Are you not happy or you're only half happy or?
Still to be happy about.
You're up 2-0.
Job's not finished. Job finished? I don't think so.
Okay.
I love it. Job's not finished. Job's not finished. Yeah, we had our moment to celebrate, but job's not finished. We still got John Thune as our Senate Majority Leader that we need to vote out. He's up for re-election in 2028. We still got Lisa Murkowski, who's up for re-election in 2028 as well. We still got Lindsey Graham. Okay. Is that South Carolina? I believe South Carolina. We still got John Cornyn in Texas, who's on his way out. We still got to replace Mitch McConnell with somebody great. Tillis is out. So that's great. Susan Collins is up for re-election, but we probably won't be able to replace her because of the state that she's in. I'm forgetting about some folks, but we have some individuals to replace. And that's all we got to do. Just replace some folks. We don't have to replace every single rhino in the party. We don't. We just have to replace most of them. And as long as we do that, we'll be good. We'll be good. So make sure y'all show up in the midterms, baby. Let me know your thoughts and your opinions. Stay safe out there. Peace and love. I'm out.